Real?
He's a groupie. You know what I mean? Like,
talk your shit, bud.
I just feel like ever since I moved, and they was cool. You know what I mean? I'm still cool with Jermell. Jermell's still cool people, but Jermell, like, dude just like weird. Like, he always angry. He always yelling. He always, doing some off the wall psycho type stuff.
But what is it between y'all two? How did that happen?
That's what I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
When I moved up in weight, and soon as I called out Spence and my name was being involved in Spence, he act like that was his fiance or something. He felt as if Errol couldn't speak for himself. He was, Errol Spence to do this, Errol Spence to do that, and you too little, and Lions, and it's Texas, and this and that. Boy, you from Lafayette, Louisiana, while you screaming Texas. And he from New York. Let me and Errol handle this, and you just sit in the sideline, because we all know he be beating you up in sparring. You know what I mean? That's why you...
Terence Crawford, again, goes at Jermell Charlo, says he's a groupie, says Errol Spence is beating him up in sparring, and he explains kind of the beef. That's what I want to talk about in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Best in the business, man. Terence Crawford was on Sway in the morning, and he did an interview. He talked about a variety of things, a litany of things, and one of the subjects that came up was the origins of his beef with Jermell Charlo. And he says Jermell Charlo is still cool, but he says as far as the smaller Charlo, even though they're twins, he says that Jermell Charlo is a groupie. And I'm just paraphrasing because you guys heard at the beginning. He says he's a groupie. He says that Jermell Charlo, ever since he moved up and started calling out Errol Spence, Jermell jumped in the mix and started saying, Errol will stop you. You too small. He says, we all know that Errol Spence beating you up in sparring. He said that Jermell Charlo was like almost overprotective of Errol Spence, as if Errol Spence was his wifey or fiance. And then, you heard a crowd reaction from the radio station. They started laughing. He also said that Jermell's just flat out weird. He says the things he does, the things he says, psychotic behavior, always mad, always yelling, always like turned up. And, he says he just doesn't vibe with that. So I want to give my thoughts. I mean, it's pretty much the same. I've done videos about the two in the past. Like, let me start by saying this. One thing that I am liking is Terence Crawford is definitely stepping out of his comfort zone by doing more promo. I mean, I know he's wanted to fight, or he says he wanted to fight. Errol Spence wanted to fight. Really, the fans wanted to fight. But I've never seen Terence Crawford do this much promo, ever. So that is a breath of fresh air that he's doing back-to-back interviews and hyping a big fight. Like me, I don't really get hyped off of the back and forth banter because you have to face Errol Spence. So I know a lot of people in boxing, they kind of disrespect the task in front of you. And my dad was in the military. So, I came up in a military household, and it teaches you, even though I wasn't in the military, it just teaches you things like discipline. It teaches you order of operation, what's in it for me with them. You learn things like really chain of command, you know what I mean? Things like that. So all in all, I don't look in front of, like, I do one thing to completion. Like, let's say if you're cleaning your house and you do the bathroom 20%, it's not 100% clean, but you start scrubbing the toilet. But the sink, the bathtub, the floor is dirty, the window needs to be wiped with some Windex, glass cleaner, etc. Then you move on to the kitchen. Then you take the dishes out the dishwasher, and then you move on to the master bedroom. That's fragmented. That doesn't make sense. Clean the bathroom to 100%, clean the kitchen to 100%, and then move on to the master bedroom and the alternative rooms and stuff like that. So that being said, as it relates to boxing, Crawford, July 29th, I'm not looking past Errol Spence. I know a lot of people like the beef and the back and forth, and they get hyped and want to start overly talking about Crawford. moving up to 54 to fight Jermell Charlo, but I'm not really interested in that because in addition to July 29th, they have a 2-way bilateral rematch clause, which is confirmed. And literally, unless one person gets beat so bad or retires or chooses not to exercise it, we're really getting 2 fights out of Spence Crawford and PBC. So the Charlo thing wouldn't be for a while. But, interesting to see Bud's take on what went wrong and how their relationship went left. Now, Bud has said many things that I've called out that have been inaccurate historically. As far as this, I can't really, nor do I even care, but I don't really remember who started this, who drew first blood with this whole Charlo beef. It could have went down, as Terence Crawford is saying, but I do remember it kind of being a 2-way street. I don't really remember who originated the beef. He's saying he moved up to fight Errol Spence, and then Charlo was just acting like a groupie. I don't know that that's entirely true. I just think, the relationship was never maybe that strong. They had always been cordial, and then, something happened, and either way, the two don't seem to really like each other. So that is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. I'm the best in the business. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Crawford definitely doing a lot more promo, and check out the Sway interview. He spoke his thoughts and spoke on some more stuff. Drop your thoughts in the comment section, and I'm out.